Hey guys, this is Hell Hades. This is a Raid Shadow Legends video. Guys, I'm on the test server here. I've got info on the new patch. So I've spoken about some of the patch notes earlier this morning, which honestly, it's all the crap stuff. Yeah, I spoke about some of the stuff which looks like it's going to be absolutely dreadful. But this is actually the patch. This is actually what's coming into the game. And we're going to be talking about artifact set rebalancing. And it's a whole bunch of artifact sets now. There's like over 60 sets in the game. There's a whole bunch of them which really do need a change up. So when they said they were going to do artifact set rebalancing, I was like, yeah, fine. In fact, there's not any new champions on the test server here apart from the fusion, which will be a separate video. We'll do that in a separate video. But Lair here is the only new champion for this patch. It's a long time since that happened. It really is. I feel like every patch is like between 3 and 12 new champions coming in. So definitely this is a change up. There's no champion rebalancing either. It's literally just we're dropping changes to artifact sets. And then it looks like they're doing a whole bunch around trying to push soul stones, which I spoke about earlier, which feels horrendous. I'd like to thank Undawn for sponsoring this video. Undawn is a survival game set in a post-apocalyptic world. The zombies are on our doorsteps. We need to build a base. We need to find some weapons. And we need to mow them down. So you're going to be one of the few remaining survivors. You can team up with friends to take on the dangers that kind of hit you in this world. It could be zombies. It could be other humans. It could be aliens. What is going on, my friends? As you're taking down these threats, you're building up your gear. You're gaining new weapons. You're actually building up your own base as well. You can invite people over for a snack. There's loads of options on the characterization here. Do you want to be male or female? What color hair do you want? How tight do you want the wrinkles to be on your head? What do you want to do about your cheekbones? There's loads that you could kind of choose from. Have a blast of it. And don't forget, it's a survival game. You have to monitor your own health. Do you need a wee? Do you need some sleep? Do you need some food? Are you exercising enough? I feel like I am, so I'm running around shooting zombies, but it turns out now and then you have to start pumping iron as well. Being open world, you do get vehicles. There's motorbikes, there's trucks, whatever. You can go out and find it and you can ride it. Lambo! So want to get involved? Go and find the pre-registration site. It's actually coming out on the 15th of June. So you've got a little bit of time. Pre-register. The more people that do, the more Brucey bonuses everybody in the community is going to get. The link will be down below in my pinned comment and in my description. Thank you again, Undawn, for sponsoring this video. Let's talk about these different sets that are changing up. So I'll go through them one by one and give you my thoughts around, is it the right change for the game? So the first one is Retaliation. What we can do, actually, I'll go to hellhades.com here. We do have an artifact set tier list. Be interesting to see if they picked the ones from the bottom of the tier list or not. But we do have a tier list here. So any artifact set, we kind of give a bit of a blurb around where you find it. Is it good? And if anyone thinks we're totally out of whack with any of our thoughts, please comment in my Discord or in this video. We do pick up the comments. But the first one is Retaliation set. Let's see where this one is. This is sitting... What tier are we in here? B tier. Okay, sitting in B tier at the moment for me. There is a use case for it. It's not very... Pretty much... The only champion I see in Retaliation gear is Vrask. Vrask, yeah. Every time he hits, he gets some health back for your team. So, and he's actually very good in this gear. So as it is right now, it's a 4-piece set, and there is a 35% chance to counterattack when attacked. Okay, you get it from Ice Golem, which is already a downer because Ice Golem is one of the worst places to farm. But yeah, 4-piece set, 35% chance to counterattack. And in the new version here, do I even own some? I do. It's a 15% chance to counterattack when hit. So it's gone down, but it's a 2-piece set, not a 4. Actually kind of an interesting change. I like dropping it to 2-piece. 15% chance. So if you went back up to the 4-piece set, you've actually dropped your odds, yeah, from what it was. It's worse. So it's now 30% as a 4-piece set versus 35, which it is right now. But it is a 2-piece set that you can just kind of like tag on. I don't think it would stack, or in fact, I know it doesn't stack with artifacts, which also give you a chance to counterattack. So stuff like this here, a chance to counterattack when hit, they have like independent roles of each other. You also can't ever counterattack more than once. So if you were hit by somebody and you've got the buff counterattack on you, you can't like counterattack, then counterattack again with items. You know, it doesn't work that way. So there's only ever one chance to counterattack. But all of that said, as a 2-piece cheeky little set, it's interesting. It's interesting. It's more interesting than it is right now because it's never really used. It's never the selected piece. But you know, if you're running like 4-piece, I don't know, stalwart, and you're like, well, clan boss, I'd love an extra 15% chance to just counter every time I'm hit. I think that works. Maybe they needed some stats in it as well. Maybe they needed like plus, I don't know, 10% crit rate to really boost it up. I don't know that it's going to jump too high in terms of, you know, out of B tier. Does it really jump up to A tier? I don't think that it does. Comment below, should it? What do you think? Okay, that's the first one. Let's check out the second one on the list. And that is going to be Cursed. Cursed set. This is, for me, an instant sell on every account I ever owned. The only time I ever see people using Cursed is to apply heal reduction to maybe Fire Knight or to one of the potion keeps, the green one, whatever it's called. So, currently a 4-piece set. It's disgusting this is a 4-piece. 75% chance to put a 50% heal reduction on for 1 turn on a 4-piece set. It's really bad. Like, it's so bad. It's a really terrible set. So let's see what they're doing with Cursed. I probably don't own any. So we'd have to go and find it in the actual dungeon here. Curse. Is it in here as well? Yes. I've got to be quick. 50% chance to place Hex for 2 turns. So still a 4-piece set. 50% chance to place Hex for 2 turns. I mean, Hex is way better than heal reduction. Albeit heal reduction had a purpose. I feel like that's still not very good. I think that probably needs to be a 2-piece set to have that mechanic. Or it needs stats. Like, you forgo so many stats to enable that into your team. I guess if you're really desperate to have Hex on the head of Mischief, because the thing is, I don't know if this can land on more than one enemy. I guess it can. Stun set can land on multiple enemies. I guess it can land on multiple enemies, which means that you've got a 50-50 of landing Hex against Hydra if you put it on someone doing an AoE. That's kind of good. I still feel like it needs some sort of stats, or it needs to be a 2-piece. Otherwise, again, you just don't take it over stuff that's going to give you stats of survivability or, you know, just boost your general stats anyway. Again, let me know what you think of it. Okay, then, next one up is Avenging gear. Oh, this has got to be down here somewhere. This has got to be in the low bunch as well, surely. Avenging gear. Let's see if we're going alphabetical here now. I've got it. Okay, so again, it's in the B tier group for what we think. 4-piece set grants the champion a 45% chance to counterattack when hit by a crit. Just bear in mind, what does that mean? You very rarely get hit by crits in PvE content, okay? Every single enemy, bar none, I think, have got a 15% chance to crit you in PvE. Whereas in PvP, you'd expect to be hit by crits all the time. Yeah, that's the way this game works. So, this is basically saying it's a PvP set. It's a 4-piece again, and you get a 45% chance to counterattack when hit by that crit. The counterattack hit deals 100% of the default damage and will not have the normal damage penalty of counterattack. So it's better than normal. Where do I see this at the moment? Pretty much on someone like a Skull Crown or maybe a Cupidus, especially a Skull Crown, because she can do an AoE hit with her A1. Counterattacks are always A1s, and she is unkillable. So she's going to definitely get one of these away. Yeah, but generally it's someone who's doing an AoE on their A1. It's very niche. So, what are they doing to this one? So, a look. Avenging gear. Again, I'm probably don't own any, so let's have a look in game. I think it's here, is it? No, where's Avenging gear? Is it here? Must be. 45% chance to counterattack when a debuff is placed on the wearer. 45% chance. So it makes it now a PvE set. Is it still 4-piece, was it? 4-piece. When a debuff is placed on you, 45% chance to counterattack. So for Arena, they kind of got rid of debuffs in Arena for a lot of players. So it's weaker there. Albeit, if you've got someone like a Madame Cerie doing a decreased defense on you, they're actually placing a debuff on you without hitting you, and you can come back at them. I don't know. It still feels like it's pretty weak. You know, I guess in PvE, that's going to proc quite often. You know, think about Doomtown, the amount of times you're getting debuffed, it's a lot. I feel like it needs to be at least 70% or, again, stats built into it to be a 4-piece set. I still don't feel like it can be, it's that strong, honestly. I don't know. Doesn't feel like that's going to do it for me. Let me know what you think. Next one up is Fury set. So Fury set does have, again, some niche uses. I wonder if we've got it in B tier as well. It might be a tier up. No, it is here. Okay. So 4-piece set increases damage by 5% for every 10% HP lost, up to 25% extra damage. So there's interesting use cases for this. If you're doing like an unkillable clan boss team, you gain more damage. If you've got someone like a Leorius in Arena, gain more damage. But generally, it's seen that damage sets out-damage this. Because you only get up to 25% extra damage, it's generally seen that, you know, on a Leo, for example, you'd still go Savage gear over Fury gear. So, let's see what they're doing with Fury. This one's a Fire Knight set. I do know that this one is a massive read, so I'm going to tell you what it says. So it says here, it's another 4-piece set still. Damage increases based on the amount of HP that you lose. So the premise is the same. If you're between 100 and 75% HP, you get 10% more damage. If you're 75 to 50% HP, you get 25% more damage. Let's just compare that to Fury right now. So that gets you back to where we were. Okay, so if you're basically around half health, you're getting the same as what you used to get. But now, if you're at less than 50% health, you get 50% more damage. That sounds like a great change. Again, it's niche. Like, again, it's probably going to be unkillable teams where you're using like man-eater type comps. It's going to be champions like Skullcrown and Leorius that definitely will stay alive when they're low health. Might be someone like a Kytis if you're using a Cardiel strat. Yeah, stuff like that where you know you're going to be low health, but you know you're going to live. Then this could be pretty damn interesting. I don't know if I've got any Fury gear on my account at all. But definitely, I'll be streaming when? Friday. Friday, we're going to be testing some of this stuff out, I guess. Do I have any? I've got enough to make one set. Oh my god. It's not a good set. If it was an HP-based nuker, maybe I could make this work. So I've got HP everywhere. Okay, so Fury set. Sounds like it's actually an interesting change. Next one up is Curing. Curing, again, is like an instant sell for me. There's, again, some use cases, but I think they're quite weak ones. Do we have it up in A tier? I think we might be overrating this. No, where is it? In the bin tier. Right, here we go. Curing set. Oh, yeah, there's an in the bin tier. Right, okay, cool. Curing set. 4-piece set. What? Increases the healing of a champion by 20%. So, this is only really good or usable on someone like a Vogoth, maybe a Rectodrath, someone who does obscene amounts of healing and you want them to do even more, okay? And you don't really care about their stats or anything other than the healing amount they do. I still don't think it's better than just taking normal sets. Like I've done videos with it. I've seen videos where people are calling it out. I think it's weak. I think it's very weak. That's why it's in the bin, in the bin section. So, new look Curing set. I don't own any. I know that much. I think it's from Fire Knight, isn't it? Yeah. Also, so it still does the 20% bonus heal. Also restores the amount of destroyed HP equal to the bonus healing. So in somewhere like Sand Devil, where you're getting your HP destroyed, Hydra, HP destroyed, etc., you've now got a chance to get it back if you're using Curing set. And it's actually quite a good chance to get it back. Like if you're doing 20% extra heal, you're going to get a decent chunk of destroyed HP back on those same type of champions. The type of champion won't change from that niche thing, but could be quite interesting, honestly, in Hydra, like having someone in Curing set now that's your healer to get rid of that destroyed HP. I think that's actually not a bad change. Again, you kind of, like, if it gave you plus 10% HP, just like some stats, then there's way more push for it. But as it is, we'd have to do some testing to see what it's like. Next one up, same set from here. So we've got Frenzy set. Frenzy, I actually feel like definitely won't be in the bin. No, Frenzy is an interesting set. So it's in my B tier at the moment. 4-piece set. You get 10% turn meter for every 5% HP that you lose from an attack. Quite an interesting set. Again, it's very niche. Like, where would you use it? I know YST's done a really cool Cornelia versus Bommel video using Frenzy gear, solo and Bommel. I normally, if I'm using it, it's normally for some sort of arena strat. Like Nodgar is very good in Frenzy. There's a few others. I used to use mostly Mage in Frenzy, so that, you know, when everyone's taking their pounding, that person gets back, cleanses the rest of the team, and then your team get moving. So there's definitely a use case for it, but I agree, it is on the weaker side. It's not used a lot. So Frenzy, what they do in here, still 4-piece set, plus 5% turn meter for each debuff received. I mean, it sounds just straight worse to me. It sounds straight worse. Every time you get a debuff, you get 5% turn meter feel. It sounds to me like that's absolute trash. Let me know down below. What do you think? We've got one more. And it is one that definitely needed a change. Right. This is definitely going to be in the bin section. Affinitybreaker. 4-piece set. You get 30% crit damage and a 20% chance to do a crit instead of a weak hit if you were going to do a weak hit. So the idea here, right, every time you fight someone that's the wrong affinity to you, you've got a 35% chance of weak hitting them. Yeah, so it's almost like a 1 in 3 chance you're going to weak hit. And what they're saying here is if that 1 in 3 chance procs, there's a 1 in 5 chance that it won't be a weak hit. Nobody ever in their right mind has used this set. It's completely trash. This should be like at least 75% chance or way more stats, but probably just a straight put this number to 75 and then it's an interesting set. It's still, I don't know if it'd be used, but it'd be an interesting set at least. So Affinitybreaker, see what's going on with this. This is a forge set, so you farm it from is it Nether Spider, this one? Yeah. So you farm it from the Nether Spider. And honestly, in rotation 1, I think, or maybe it's rotation 2, there's not really many sets that are that worth farming. So if this was good, it would be all of a sudden like a farmable set. They've changed it to 50-50. 50-50. Is it enough? Is that enough of a change? I think it's close to being enough. I said just now, didn't I? I want this to be like 75. Would that be enough if you had someone like an Allure and you definitely wanted to land abilities, or someone that you wanted to land provokes and, you know, on Hydra and they're the wrong affinity? Don't know. I don't know if it's enough. And that's the last one, by the way. I don't know if it's enough. It's definitely a positive change. I think they could have gone harder on it. I do think they could have pushed that harder. Again, probably will need some testing over time to see if that's going to be a big enough change. So there you go. 6 sets are changed. I'd say out of those 6, maybe only Fury, possibly Curing, are quite exciting to me. Let me know what you think. Anyway, I've been Hell Hades. I'll see you later.